Hi, greetings, family. Today, I'm gonna hit y'all in the head with some. It's not too deep, but it's something good for the head, right? It's called Africa's Natural and Pure Geniuses. Africa has some geniuses over there that's doing things that making inventions, man, that can change this here world, and their inventions are, safe for not just the people of the earth, but also the ecosystems, and these young geniuses that's coming out of Africa, they're extraordinarily intelligent, but their best qualities is they're humble and ready and focused on helping the African continent and the earth and all its populations without placing money as their main manic priority. Something that's different when it comes to capitalistic societies, right? Of in Europe, right? So, anyway, let me get started on this here because there's so much information and I only got a short amount of time. The first guy I'm talking about, his name is Ernest Andrews, and do your research, all right? Ernest Andrews, he's a 19-year-old young African inventor out of Malawi, which is located in South Central Africa. His invention is an air powered generator, right? That produces electricity from the atmosphere. The generator works fully without fuel, oil, or batteries, right? Now, this is like in villages throughout Africa. You understand? These young guys are thinking about what can we do? We don't have the luxuries of the modern cities and countries of the world. So they come from need. You understand? And this guy, he has talked with science experts while here in the U.S. And his invention is so mind blowing that the experts here, their response was to try and buy it from him, try and take it from him. And when he refused to sell, it's documented that they tried to poison the guy, right? Do your research because it's talked about. See, they don't tell us this here information here in America, probably not in Europe either. You understand? But there are other places throughout the world. They hear about what's going on. Now, so can you just imagine that the electricity being drawn from the air? Now, also, there's another guy named Maxwell Chikumbutso. Now, this is a young African inventor from out of Zimbabwe. And this young man rocked the minds of Elon Musk and the entire global auto industry with a car that is self-reliant. Which means that, because I talked about this before, which means that his automobile can, his invention can is good. Let me put it like this right here. His automobile runs and has all the modern day luxury without gas, and it doesn't need electrical charging. And his invention is fully energy powered, and it also uses. They're using it in bikes, like we got electrical bikes. Well, you don't have to charge these bikes, so they will run on their own, right? Helicopters. Now, they didn't want to believe that this man's invention was legit, so they questioned it. So they had all kind of council meetings with all the experts around the world and stuff. And guess what? 100% of the faces were white, right? And so what they wanted to do was tell him that because of their technology and all of that, they understand it doesn't compute that his invention works. Well, it's been tested for thousands of miles and thousands of hours, and it never once needed gas or charging. Let me move on. There's another young man, a 29-year-old out of Namibia. Let me slow it down. Namibia. His name is Simon Petrus. His invention is the cell phone. And his cell phone can make calls without networks, nor signals, nor SIM card. You understand? So now, you could be in the middle of wherever it is, in the woods or whatever, and this phone will connect you to other to whoever it is you want to reach. But it doesn't need a signal, and it doesn't use a SIM card, right? His invention allows Africans that live in areas without signals to connect throughout the continent with a clear and strong connection to whoever it is. Another brother, this here guy is from right here in America. His name is Moses West. This you may have heard about this guy here. He's out of Georgia. He invented what is called the atmospheric water generator. This is a technology that extracts water from the air, clear just atmosphere, right? Air. His invention works. I'm gonna put it like this right here. He works with his own foundation called the Moses West Foundation, and they focus on making clean water accessible to the poor and those who have no access to drinkable water, like villages in Africa or parts of America. Look, America is falling apart, y'all. Y'all see the news. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them rural areas where people don't want to be around, or where we at and all that kind of stuff there, where they want to be around their own kind. Well, they're getting flooded the hell out now. You understand? And my heart is with anyone that's suffering, but I don't know. Sometimes we ask for what we get. Just be careful what you ask for, because you might want to have it turned around. Now, there's other inventors I want to mention also. These guys are what you call groundbreaking inventors out of Africa. Now, there's two childhood friends, David Gaither and Moses Njoroge. Now, these two brothers have come up with an invention called the mind control prosthetics. They out of Kenya. Now, and then there's some other young people that's working on plant-based electricity in the Congo, where they're getting electricity from plants. See, the thing about this is that Africa has always been a powerhouse for technology, for geniuses. Right here and throughout the world, people are still trying to figure out the pyramids, right? And the more they look, you understand, because Europeans' history really only goes back 7,000 years. And the more they dig, they find faces like ours, and the inventions and the technology from back then. Like, they thought the pyramids was for burial grounds for the pharaohs. No, they were power plants, right? These things have the ability to throw electricity into the air. If you ever heard about a guy by the name of Tesla, but it's not this fake dude Tesla. He stole the name. The original Tesla is named Nikola Tesla. He's not a black man, but he is an Italian guy. And this guy, he understood what the Egyptians were doing. This is why you see pyramids all over, because the Africans had traveled throughout the world and gave technology. They didn't go in taking over land. They didn't go in raping and pillaging other people. You understand? They brought knowledge, they brought understanding, they brought brotherhood, they brought love, and they gained some things. You understand? But now, all of these young inventors, it's sad to say, the people that's been stealing inventions from slaves from way back when, the people that look like them are still trying to steal, take, and strong arm the inventions from these young guys. And if the young guys don't want to sell them, the ones in Africa, and this guy Moses, they tried to kill him. They've tried to kill all of these people. And it's out of greed. You understand? Where these people are trying to make the world a better place. They understand what it means to be without, especially those in Africa. Now, we have to keep an eye on things and do your homework. Do your research. We have an amazing people in Africa.